Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another. Let me try that again. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the All Over Podcast. It's your favorite two, Zion and Norm. We are virtual for the first time in like ever. What up, Norm?
What's poppin', man? How you feeling, bro?
I got cabin fever. Like I never. I've heard people talk about cabin fever before, but to actually have it, like I want to be outside, and I'm more of like a homebody. I don't really like being out. Like I'll be at my house, your house, and auntie house because Janaya there. But I really like now. I just want to be out amongst people for the first time in like my
Yeah,
whole life.
that's a fact, man.
But the whole
So
reason
should
I
we
want, huh?
before you say what you're gonna say, should we inform the people on why we have cabin fever? Because I know a lot of our listeners are
Oh
not
yeah,
here.
that's yeah. Low key though, that's what I really want to talk about because I've been seeing some stuff on social media that's kind of making me mad, and so I wanted to just air my grievances and just give us both this space to talk our stuff. So, um, I'm gonna let you say go first as to regards of why we are virtual and why we both got cabin fever.
All right. So for the people outside of Buffalo, New York, as you guys already may or may not know, we recently just had a blizzard. I was talking to my mom, and she said this by far is worse than a blizzard of '77, which is kind of
Yep.
crazy because you know that's the excuse that they always try to bring up.
Everybody, oh y'all ain't have lived through the blizzard of '77.
Man, this is a moment in my life that I will never ever forget. This blizzard is by far in my life, because y'all know Buffalo weather, especially when it hits
Right.
winter. It's a lot of snow, but this by far is the most snow I've seen. This is the most hectic it's ever gotten. And this storm has actually taken lives. This is
That
very crazy.
and that's the crazy thing because basically what they're saying on the news is we basically had a category 3 hurricane with snow.
Wow.
Like that's how crazy the winds was. And so, like I was saying, I've been seeing stuff on social media kind of got me upset is because I like on Twitter and Instagram comments because people are starting like national, like the Hollywood Unlocked and the Melanin Shade Room pages I follow online are starting to pick up the fact that people died of what happened here in Buffalo. And you go to the comments, first of all, RIP to everybody that lost their lives this past weekend in the past couple days because
Yeah, definitely.
it's been completely heartbreaking. But you got people online saying, we had people pass away in a car, and they're like, "Oh well, why didn't they just get out of the car?" So if you're one of those people who have heard about what happened in Buffalo and you say, "Oh, why didn't they just get out of the car? Or why did they do that? Why didn't they do this?" I want you to seriously do this. I'm not just talking. If you are able to, I want you to get a piece of white printer paper or any piece of white paper, whether it's a white tablecloth or a white dish rag, whatever. I want you to get it. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I lied. I'm not gonna give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds is actually a long time.
They,
but
I mean, they could pause it for 30 seconds. Go get what they got to get.
you really can. Pause it right now.
Yeah.
Unpause. Okay. Now I want you to put that in front of your face, like right in front of your face. And imagine seeing that for 24 to 48 hours, if not more.
Yeah. Yo, it's scary because the moments where I was like going outside to grab stuff from the car, because
Yeah.
y'all, it got so bad to the point where it cut our power off. So a lot of the food that we had in our refrigerators and freezers, we weren't able to store it in there because the fridge wasn't working. We had to put it in like the front hallway, the top
Right.
porch, keep our food and stuff outside. We had to keep some stuff in the car. So I would take breaks and we would basically go one by one to go to the car to charge our phones to have access of communication and talk to people. But
Yeah.
basically, in those trips going to the car, you would look down the street and you couldn't even see the other houses straight.
Whiteout conditions. It's like you walking out your front door and you can't even see your neighbor's house. And we don't live in a rural area. We live in the city. So you supposed to look out. Your neighbor's house is literally feet, if not inches away, depending on how your house is built. So
Right.
what I'm saying is with the whole white thing is it was a complete whiteout. You couldn't see anything. So there was no, oh, get out the car and walk. I mean, okay, in theory, I guess you could, but you were risking your life. Like personally, I have a cousin who went to work Friday. By the time she got to work Friday, her job, they waited until she got to work pretty much to be like, oh, y'all don't, go home, it's getting dangerous. By the time she got to work, the storm had already picked up. she actually got stuck and got stranded in her car. So she was in her car for 10 hours until running it until it eventually ran out of gas. So she
Mm.
didn't have a choice but to get out the car, risk her life, and walk to the nearest house. And she was there up until I think she walked home on Christmas eventually when things started to die down. But yeah, so we had power outages. Like living in Buffalo, like I've lost power before, but it's only been for a couple hours, maybe a day max. But I think it's only been a couple hours. I don't ever remember losing power for like a day.
We lost
I lost power
for 3 days.
Friday evening ish. No, okay. Here's what happened to me, and apparently it didn't happen to anybody else. I lost power Friday afternoon. Friday around 6:30 ish, the power came back on for like an hour, and then cut out again, and then it didn't come back on until Sunday, Christmas Day. Did that happen to you? Did y'all power cut back on?
Crazy thing is, the day our power cut off, our power cut back on for, and I'm not exaggerating this, swear to God, 1 second.
For real? Okay.
Navia yelled out, our power came back on. Soon as she said that, shut right back off. We literally, our power was out for 3 days.
Yep.
And it was a wake-up call, y'all. It was a reality check. It just told you to be thankful for the times that you have, man. And
It
it
really
humbled
gave you a meaning, like the true meaning of Christmas. Like
me.
disregard all the gifts and all the even food. Really, like disregard all that. Like just being together and being alive and like
Yeah.
just like I never treasured power so much in my life.
That's crazy. I was gonna say too. We did end up getting our power back on Christmas morning, or not Christmas morning, Christmas evening. I
Yeah.
remember we was on our way to my granny's house because we just couldn't. We was running out of food.
Yeah.
We was
I
running
heard
out
you.
of food. We couldn't. You know what I'm saying? We just everything was kind of just going downhill, and we just needed to go somewhere. The walls and like the ceiling from our houses were
Uh-huh.
literally starting to leak. Like it
Oh
started to
snap.
leak, and we had to go. So we got our bags, and I swear to God, guys, we left the house at I want to say 4 o'clock, and we didn't end up getting close to my granny's. And mind y'all, when it's no snow on the road, Zion, that's from our house to my grandmother's house. It's a what,
Yeah,
10,
it's
15 minute
10,
drive.
15 minutes. Yeah.
We left the house at 4 o'clock, and we did not get there until like 6:30.
Oh, so y'all
We
didn't make it.
we made it. We kept getting stuck. And as a matter of fact, we didn't really make it because we were at that little convenient corner store down the street from McCarthy Park. We was parked over there.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Timmy, Janaya, they had to come help shovel us out. And then my mom got a call from my cousins that live downstairs, and they told us, "Oh, the power's back on." So we was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna stress it because the street off of Dunlop, I don't know what street that is, but it's off of Dunlop. It's the street where you turn or where you going straight and then you turn on Dunlop. Um,
Oh,
that
Park
whole
Ridge.
street was blocked, all
Oh,
snow. So you had to literally park at that corner store, and we had to carry mad bags down, and we were gonna walk down there, but eventually we got the call, and that call. Oh, man, I can't tell you what smile that brought to my
because
face. I was so happy, man.
then y'all try to get to your grandmother's house like Friday or like a day it happened because your mom had put something online saying, I'm gonna try to get to my mom's house.
Yeah. So basically, what happened with that was we were driving, we all got in the car, we had all of our bags packed once again,
Mm-hmm.
and we drove two houses down, y'all.
Yep.
And my mom said, "Nah, we can't do this. It was too white, too much snow. We couldn't
Why
do
y'all
it, man."
didn't try and come here? I mean, y'all probably wouldn't have made it, but it would have been, a better idea to come here than rather
That's a
make it to your
fact, and I
grandmother's
don't know
house.
why my mom didn't think about that. But at that point, we couldn't go nowhere, man. We couldn't see nothing. The snow was starting to pick up. It was terrible, bro. It was terrible.
So let me give you my Blizzard narrative. Okay, so
But
Friday before the Blizzard hit, I go out to Target. I wake up real early, go out to Target and or Walmart. I forgot. Did I go to Walmart that day? I think I just went to Target. When I left out, it was raining a little bit. Went into Target, only got a few things, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Came out. ice. By this time, it's just ice coming. Ice is it's an ice storm pretty much. I walk outside, get back to my car, whole windshield is just ice. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get home because this storm is picking up. I come back home. Whatever I did, I'm take going through my day. And my friend calls me. Now, Norm, I won't say it publicly, but Norm, you know who lives relatively near me.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh-huh. I get a call from them saying, uh, my power went out, da 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 da. What's y'all's power situation like? At this time, I still have power. Now, mind you, my sister's mother, she lives a couple streets, actually the street next to mine. She lives down there. She lost power. Everybody who we know that lives around us, they lost power. We still have power. So, my friend is like, hey, I lost power. I need to do, wash my hair, do this, do that. Can I come to y'all? Just, whatever, rough it out. So I'm like, boom. This is at maybe about 3 or 4 o'clock ish. By now, the storm is in full effect. But I'm thinking, okay, they only live around the corner. I'm going to go in, I'm going to go get them. It's no thing. No. If that's not the stupidest thing I ever did, dude. It was so bad to the point where I didn't know if it was other car. This is what I'm telling y'all. A complete whiteout. I could not see if another car was behind me, in front of me, on the side of me, nothing. So what I did was I put on my GPS just to go basically down the street, just so I would know where the intersections is at, where to stop, just in case there are cars. I got my high beams on. I'm like trying to do everything I can to see. So I get to their house. I call them like, yo, please be ready because I cannot sit out here. It's bad. I need to get home ASAP. All right. So they come outside. They get in the car. Now we really seems like from the moment I parked in their house to when they got in the car, the storm picked up even more. So the storm picks up. So now we trying to get back to my house, mind you, again, basically down the street, around the corner, like usually a 5-minute drive to get there. It got so bad. And mind you, we had to put the GPS on again. And now we can't even see out the windshield. We got to stick our heads out the window and drive to get to my house. So I'm like, just please again, can't see nothing. Now the street we driving down, it's a street that people tend to park on both sides of the street. Yeah. So I can't see if I'm about to run into a parked car. I don't know if I'm about to run into another person, which I almost did. I thought it was another person out there that I almost hit. When they saw me, they kind of got out the way though. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a wreck. All that just for as soon as I pull in my driveway, my dad called, yo, we just lost power.
Man.
And I think that our saving grace, the reason we lasted as long as we did here is because fortunately we have a wood burning fireplace. So we had wood stored up in the garage and even outside of the garage and stuff. Dude, by Christmas, this was Friday. So basically all of Friday night, all Saturday, and the beginning of Christmas Eve, we was burning wood. Christmas Eve night, we ran out of wood to burn. So we was like, my dad was telling us that night, like, y'all, we gonna have to try it. My brother lives,
and y'all got an electric stove.
We got so we don't have no source. Once this wood is gone, we got an electric stove. We don't have no source of heat. So my dad was saying, like, we gonna have to try and make a move to, my older brother David's house, y'all, which is his son David, my older brother David. So me and my friend, we really don't want to. We ain't trying to change it because we on Facebook this whole time, like we seeing people saying, oh, I'm stuck in my car. Like Facebook was so depressing this weekend, there's people saying I'm stuck in my car, or my son is on a ventilator and the power went out. Me and my husband are literally manually breathing to keep my son alive. Like it was heartbreaking over on Facebook, and we seeing these things about people stuck in their cars and whatnot. So I'm really trying to get through to my dad, like, yo, I understand our situation looks bleak out here, but it's no heat here is better than going out there and getting stuck in the car and not being able to get any type of help whatsoever. So Christmas morning come around, and he decided, like, yeah, we can't, we not gonna try. We're not gonna even gonna try and drive because, mind you, we under a travel ban too. So it's actually illegal at this point to drive, and it still is. Like they done brought the state troopers, the military police, the National Guard is out here like giving people $1,000 tickets. Actually, a story about that. My dad got a friend who his job, they offered him $100 an hour to come into work. So he was like, all right, bet. Dude never made it to work. He got pulled over by the cops. They towed his car and they took him to a nursing home somewhere nearby that had power and stuff. But yeah, so Christmas came around. I spent Christmas in the car with my dad and my friend. Uh so we taking heat breaks, and when she goes and well, I gave that away. They go into the house to make a phone call. I'm finna edit that out. They go into the house to make a phone call because it's hot in the car. So we all just like we taking breaks in and out the car and whatnot. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get out the car. So I'm just walking around the house. I had just so happened to press our Ring doorbell. Now, a lot of y'all have Ring doorbells, and your Ring doorbell may be battery operated. Mine's isn't. We decided to hardwire it to the house, so it operates like a regular doorbell. So it takes power from the house.
Mm-hmm.
So just out of curiosity, nothing whatsoever. I just so happened to press the Ring doorbell, and it chimes. So I'm like, wait, huh? Why is it ringing? It shouldn't be ringing. So I'm like, whatever. So I walk to the side of the house. I actually find a log of wood. So I'm like, I get my dad. I'm waving him down, like, yo, we can chop this up and at least burn it tonight. So as I'm looking in the driveway, I noticed that the garage light is on in the driveway. So I'm like, wait. I ran into the house, and when I told you I've never been so happy in my life, I ran into the house and saw the lights on. I was
Man.
yeah, why I almost slipped down the stairs, dude.
I'd be like that, man. And I don't blame you. The severity, a lot of you guys that aren't in Buffalo really do not understand the severity of the situation. Like, I don't want to make this episode depressing, but we will get into it. But I'm pretty sure there are 25 confirmed deaths.
28.
28.
And that's just what they found so far. They still got to go in like people houses who maybe have their phone died and they didn't even get a chance to say, you know, it's like it was people calling their family saying goodbye. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm out of heat, whatever. Like, and it's crazy because I really felt like that's the situation we was in by like Christmas Eve night. Thank God my dad had a full tank of gas, so we probably could have did at least 10 to 12 hours in the car, you know.
Guys, this storm was so bad. I'm trying to help y'all understand that I have to get new windows. There's cracks in my windows now.
Oh,
and
snap.
I swear that there were at least 4 or 5 mini earthquakes that I felt.
Oh, your house? No, that was the wind. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was just the wind. Yo, I live in
shaking the house, bro. My bed was shaking. I'm like, yo.
I live in a brick house, and my house was shaking, like shaking to the point where I'm low key thinking, like, did you see that picture? It's a house. I don't know where. I think it was on the west side somewhere. The house actually
like leaning.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna happen to my house, like, because this house is shaking violently. Like, it really do feel like an earthquake, but it was the wind. I'm like, yo, this is wild, you know, and like it. I'm trying to figure. I don't want to say that. I know somebody that lives in a city not too far from us. They were like, well, can y'all walk to that and we like. We don't think they understand what's going on here. Like, you can't. No, we can't walk anywhere.
Man, and I was talking to my girlfriend earlier. I think, like you said, this snowstorm is literally blowing up all around social media. So I'm guessing she's seen a post earlier somewhere. I don't know the page she's seen it on, but the comments was kind of like clowning Buffalo. They was like, bro, people are literally dying over a couple of inches of snow. It was not a couple
exactly,
of inches.
and that's what's making me so upset is the fact that I can't, like, because then once you like, I ain't even trying to come at them sideways and cuss at them. I'm just trying to be like, no, on some real stuff. Like, it's not a couple inches. It's not, because I've been seeing comments like, oh, Buffalo should be used to snow, Be it as it may. And granted, I think that our local government did kind of drop the ball in a few spots as to what happened. But at the same time, I understand, like, this is something that ain't never happened in Buffalo before, you know? Like, talk about unprecedented. Like, it just, and it's still snowing. That's the thing. They over here trying to do search and rescue efforts and clear cars out the way and whatnot, and it's still snowing. It's snowing right now.
Yeah, it was not. I'm gonna just put it like this: there in some areas there were literally 7 feet of snow, easy 7 feet of snow, and that's not even with them shoveling and pushing it out the way.
And
That's why.
mind you, we just had a storm 2 weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago. So we still, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it's still
Yeah,
remnants of, depending on what side of town you on, you still got remnants of that on top of what just happened. Like we went out to, and the thing is, it's just like I said, it was mad windy. So like I walked out my garage and the wind had like, I walk out my front door and the driveway is clear, not a drop of snow. All the snow is in the drift that's piled about 5 feet high against the garage. So it was like we
man.
had just to get to the wood to burn to bring back into the house. We had to dig a shovel to the garage. I mean, dig a like a path in front of the garage door, and it was just like, whew, it was. It really is traumatizing. That's what it is.
Yeah. And another thing that I want to touch on is the way when we first went out, when we first made an effort to drive on the roads, which was
Mhm.
Christmas. I cannot stress this enough. The town looked eerie. There were abandoned,
Right?
bro, there were abandoned cars everywhere. There were
Imagine like
homeless
a zombie
people.
apocalypse movie, but with snow. Like just
Yeah, it was like that,
cars just
bro.
abandoned and like
Yo, Zion, I have never, ever in my life seen a 33 that empty. The
that
33
empty.
had a bunch of abandoned cars and trucks on it. We was just looking down. We was just like, yo, this is scary. Like, this is actually really scary and just crazy, yo. And it's just like, man, like when you really sit down and think about it, like this storm done did so much damage, man. I heard about a couple of babies passing. Rest everybody. You know what I'm saying? God bless the families of the people that have lost loved ones, man. This is a lot crazier than what y'all think, bro. The people that have not actually experienced this, I'm not saying that y'all don't have a right to speak on this, bro, but please don't speak on something that you have no
Don't,
information about.
yeah, like the people that's with the, like I said, people that's with the, oh, why didn't they just get out the car? Why didn't do they do this? Why didn't they do that? If you wasn't here, like you can't really speak on it. Like even people that like live, like we live in Buffalo, so even people that live in like, if you live in Rochester or if you live in the city or if you live in Albany or whatever, like you don't really
Yeah, you
it,
can't resonate with us
yeah,
any way, shape,
like,
or form, y'all.
but
This,
it's crazy because like, so like our county executive is now they putting out statements like Buffalo's still under a driving ban. Here it is, Tuesday, December 27th. We're still under a driving ban. We're not supposed to be going nowhere. They giving out $1,000 fines and or a misdemeanor or charge if you get caught you doing any unnecessary driving. So it's like we still under a driving ban, and the county executive was saying it's not that, it's like I don't know if it's so much snow or if it's like it's because the snow sat and I was getting packed into ice or whatever, but however it goes, the snow is not plowable. What he was saying was we can't even just get regular snow plows. Now we have to get dump trucks to scoop the snow up, put it in a dump truck, and then dump it somewhere else.
yeah,
Sidebar, don't dump it in people's front lawn like they did at my house. They dumped a bunch of snow in front of my house.
bro. What are those machines called where you drive it in the snow? It's
Mhm.
like it's like the bottom of the vehicle is like flat, and you can like drive it. It's like a motorcycle,
A
but like
snowmobile.
flat. Yeah, yo, people was literally driving those, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
yo,
state troopers driving them right now, giving people
I've
tickets for driving.
never seen nothing like that before, dude. Never. Like you people geared up
It
when you go
to get
outside. I literally had to wear like 3 or 4 layers of clothes, dude. It's just crazy.
honestly, and the crazy we didn't even touch on this part. It got so cold. Mind when our heat had went out and the electricity, it got so cold in our house we could see our breath.
Yep.
Like, and you
Yep.
see like in the house. It
And
was
not
just
to
like,
mention
jeez, Louise.
the house that I live in, not to mention, is it's an old house, y'all.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let y'all
Yeah,
understand that. This we were it was getting so bad that we would lock our doors. And even if we locked our doors, the snow from the blizzard was coming into our hallways,
yep.
coming into our home. Like it was so bad, bro. It was
M-
so bad, man.
My it's like the wind, like the snow was so like this, it was so much snow that it cracked a few windows in my basement. It's snow in my basement even right now today because of course the basement isn't heated, so it's the snow is
Same,
sitting there thriving.
same,
It's just like wow.
man. Yeah, it's crazy. I would get up and show y'all outside and do all of that, but I'm really not trying to get hit with that cold air. It's pretty warm in here, so.
Right, not for real.
But
Yeah,
really, I just wanted to let y'all know that the blizzard of December 2022 will definitely be a moment to remember. It definitely taught me to cherish the good moments and to
yeah.
just stay humble for the things that you have in your life, bro, because so many things can be taken away from you in a blink of an eye, man.
And y'all have to be, and it's just I can't stress this enough because I didn't even like lose anybody in the storm, and I still feel a way about it. So I can't imagine the families that did lose people was seeing all the ignorant comments. Like y'all have to be sensitive. Like if you wasn't here, even me and Norm telling you, I feel like we not doing it justice to explain what's going on. Like it was just
Right. We
like
shouldn't have to.
yeah, it's if you really want to get just an idea, if you want to get an idea of what happened, I would suggest watching the movie The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid, and it's basically like that's like the if our words aren't enough to put it into perspective of how of what happened and how things went down, I think that movie is like the best way to put it into perspective. So it's called The Day After Tomorrow. Y'all should watch it if y'all still are work, you know, want to know what happened and get a better understanding of what happened here. It like, dude, fire trucks got stuck in the snow. Snow plows got stuck. Fire trucks and snow plows were getting stuck. Not only that, for the first time in my lifetime, which I don't think they should have announced this because we're gonna also touch on this. For the first time in my lifetime, and I think probably ever in Buffalo history, they suspended emergency services. I'm talking like purge type stuff. They suspended emergency services. Now, I get why they may have released that because they wanted people to know, like, if you go out here, we can't save you. But what happened? Looting. Now, I get what y'all probably gonna be like, oh yeah, they looting, they trying to get food. No, in the middle of
Nah.
a blizzard where your power is off, like you're going back to a house with no power. People are out here deciding to steal cash registers, TVs, and then some people wasn't even stealing nothing. They would just break into the stores and like squirt ketchup bottles on the wall and just vandalize the store and leave empty-handed. And that's part of the problem that leads to like food deserts because now Save a Lot and I think at least One Family Dollar, they're saying like, well, we gonna take about 2 or 3 weeks to be closed and we gonna really think about if we want to open back up. And y'all do stuff like this, but then want to ask, oh, how come we don't have no Targets or Walmarts in the hood? Cause
I seen right. And then I seen this post on Facebook. I don't remember what it was saying, but they was basically trying to clown Byron Brown for like what he was saying about like the vandalizations and everything. But he's so right, man. Like, and then I'm not trying to, I don't want to say the S word, but I'm not trying to poop on my own culture or my own ethnicity. But then you wonder why other races look at us the way they look at us, man. The other day on Christmas, kid you not, I'm not gonna disclose the street that we were on, but there's the plaza that has the medicine store, the pizza store, the Family Dollar. We were closer to that plaza, closer to Amelia's house, and Zion. They had a U-Haul truck. They had a stolen U-Haul truck. They was out here stealing U-Hauls, and they were going in that. I think it's a Rent-A-Center. Maybe that's in that plaza too.
Yep, it is
couches. They were stealing computers. They were stealing TVs. They were breaking into the Family Dollar, stealing snacks, just basically filling the whole truck up.
Stuff that don't have nothing to do with survival. Like I understand if you on your last leg and you got to break in and steal non-perishable food items, or you got to break in and steal some sweaters or blankets or something. But why are you stealing the TV? Go bringing it back to a house with no power. You can't even watch it right away.
That's so sick. And honestly, I'm so disappointed in those people. Whoever was out here doing that, I'm highly disappointed, man, because like you said, this is the type of stuff that can lead to them closing down stores and just many things like that, man. And yeah, y'all, the severity of the situation, it shows severity because literally my mom was getting messages and calls, I don't know from who, but they were saying, yeah, these areas, I think it was like Buffalo, Cheektowaga, West Seneca, and a couple of other areas. We couldn't contact the police. We couldn't contact the ambulance. We couldn't contact the fire
Yeah,
people. We
like
couldn't contact
they
anything.
they had
Anything.
suspended emergency services, so it wasn't you couldn't call anybody. You had to. They're just now getting out, like within the past day or two. Like now they starting to get out, and that's why, unfortunately, they're saying that death toll is going to rise because now they get to kind of remove snow and see. They're finding more people in their cars, more people in their house. They're telling people, "Hey, check on your neighbors." Going if you haven't seen your neighbor in the past 2 days, it might not be a good sign. So yeah, it's just
I will never forget this. I will say I'm just really thankful. My mom was like so level headed, and she just was making a lot of smart decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing.
mhm.
We had a stove that can produce fire. We don't have an electric
Yeah, a
stove. We have
gas stove. Uh-huh.
uh so that was very convenient. We were boiling big pots of water that was keeping us warm.
Yep.
Um, and we just did a lot of things that were pretty convenient. We had so much food in the refrigerator and in the freezer, and almost every single piece of food that was in the fridge and the freezer is all cooked up. We ate at least 3 meals a day.
See,
Consider it a fact.
we should have been over there with y'all because
Nah, for
with this
real, man.
electric stove,
We was
we
eating good. We was eating
not
good, bro. That brings me to a question for you.
well.
With the lack of electricity and with y'all having an electric stove, what did y'all eat, bro?
So thankfully, when the power no before the power went out the first time Friday, my dad had made a big pot of chili. So by the time the power went out, the chili was still warm. So we had that. Um, we had I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this because it's actually illegal to do this, but we had something to cook with in the house. I'm not gonna say what because I don't want to get no ticket or nothing. It's not nothing. We wasn't doing nothing like crazy illegal, but it is. We found out it is illegal to have certain items in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But so we did have something to cook with in the house. So we to heat up the chili or whatnot. And like you said, we still was able to with the same thing we were cooking on. We were able to boil water. So we had ramen noodles and stuff. So
Nice. That's
we was able to make it do what it do. Like that's the good thing to come up, good thing, quote unquote, to come out of this is that we lost power, but we didn't lose water. Now we would have lost water. We probably would have been hungry because the last day or two with no power, when the chili ran out, we was eating noodles without water, hot water. We wouldn't have been able to, um, you know, heat up the ramen and whatever. So
yeah,
yeah,
man.
it was this
You
was
know,
crazy. This is the
there's
craziest thing ever.
and it's sad to say, but there's a side of me that's so happy that this storm is like over, and like, of course, I'm jubilant. I'm
Right.
I love the fact that that storm is over, but then there's
Yeah.
also a side of me that's just like, yo, we lost. Like, I don't want to keep saying it, but we lost. People died.
People died.
People died, yo. And you just sit down and you just think about that, and it's just like, man, it's bittersweet. It's
Yeah,
literally bittersweet.
and it's like, and I keep going back to this, but it's really it's getting me angry to the point where I don't even know what to do with the emotions. Just like people like online, like, oh, how do you freeze to death, or how did you like, why did you just get out the car? Why didn't you go to somebody else's house? And it's just like so much ignorance being spread on social media it's aggravating to say the least.
Ignorance is bliss, bro. And it's just messed up, man. It's really messed up. All I gotta say is I am glad it's over. Rest in peace to all of the souls that were lost, man. And better days are ahead of us, man. Buffalo
We had a
alone
tough year.
had a rough, very, very, very rough year, man. Very rough year. Um, and I won't even just say Buffalo, but the world.
My
2022.
my sister-in-law had shared something online, and it's true. These 2020s is whack.
Yeah, bro.
2020 started off with the pandemic. Like, yo, these 2020s is whack.
Man, I thought
2023,
it was gonna
look
be
up.
fire. I'm sitting here like, yo, 2020.
I
New
never
Year.
forget 2019. We was all like, oh, we gonna have 2020 vision. We can see clear and like this has been a bunch of bullshit. That's
I
what
think
2020's been.
and this is what I'm talking about. I think God is really trying to give us like a wake up call to like do better. Oh, by the way, if this is getting uploaded to YouTube, YouTube or anybody watching, if you see my knees, bro, I got shorts on. I just got my knees out. Relax. But yeah, man, I think God is really trying to give us a wake up call and just tell us to start moving better. And He's kind of throwing all of these challenges our way to let y'all know, man, like stop doing the things you're doing.
Mhm.
And bro, I don't know why I just keep thinking about it, but the vandalization of stores, bro. I'm looking on Instagram, it's getting posted all over. That
Yo,
y'all ought
y'all,
to be ashamed, bro.
and they so stupid. The one girl was live on, was it Christmas or Monday? I think it was Christmas. The one girl was on Facebook Live, face all in the camera. Like, okay, granted, the police can't get to you now, but what you think gonna happen when all of this is over?
Yeah.
Like,
And
y'all just
then
not thinking. Y'all
again,
just doing stuff.
I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know if the electricity in them stores went out, so them cameras could have easily been on. I don't
That's the
know.
thing. I don't think the electricity did go out because if I'm thinking back, if I remember correctly, that live that I was watching with the girl stealing, it definitely the lights was on.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
most of these businesses around here probably got generators and stuff like
Yep.
that. And
Yep.
plus, like it wasn't the whole city that lost power. Like David and them still had power. You know, your grandmother still had power. I think it was like this area largely that for some reason we lost power.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Man,
So
that I'm just I'm really just thankful that it's over. But
nah,
um,
honestly.
the aftermath of this situation, we have to do a lot of repairing. Um, this was very, as far as the emotional connection that I had with myself was very similar to COVID. Just the awakening that I had spiritually, emotionally, all of that stuff, man, it's crazy. I was sitting down, I was sitting back. I wasn't really talking too much. You can ask my mom. I was definitely the most silent person in the house. I wasn't really
Yeah.
speaking to anyone. I was just going in my room, kind of closing my door, reading books with my coat and stuff on. Also, another thing, great thing that we had hot water. Great thing that we had hot water. I feel bad for anybody who ain't paid their
Yeah.
water bill,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Hot
But
water was the best thing.
yeah, yeah, man, we was able to get in that
Yeah.
shower,
Nah, because
staying
like be
warm.
like exactly. That's one of the things we did to keep warm was just take showers. Or even like just run the
Yeah,
shower in the bathroom and close the door because that hot water, the steam will, kind of give you a little bit of
yeah.
warmth.
And luckily,
But
before the storm happened, we washed clothes. We was washing, bro. We was washing clothes, gang. Like,
mhm.
it's just a good thing because once that storm hit, we couldn't use that washer or dryer either, bro. It was
What?
just
Oh,
scary.
duh, electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
but and well, anything else you want to say about the storm? Because I got another topic that I think you may want to talk about.
Nah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done.
Well, in other news, the 2 year
I already know
saga is
what you about to
over.
say. I already know what you about to say.
The story is over. The saga is over. We got okay. So when it first happened, I was team Meg. I was, oh, he shot her. Da 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 da. He needs to be in jail and whatever. And Norman, his well, if you, I'll let you explain what your position was, but yeah, I was totally team Tory. But now I have to admit, after this trial, I think that, and I know people were like, "Oh, y'all shouldn't be calling Meg a liar." Da 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 da. Like, and I don't think Meg's a liar, but I'm saying what I really thought was gonna happen was gonna be a mistrial or a hung jury because I thought that it was so much conflicting information. I don't. Granted, while I do think that Megan was, well, you can't deny that Megan was shot. People
Mhm.
saying like, "Oh, how you got shot? How was you dancing 2 days or later, whatever, or the next day?" I don't know, but that's it's two things for certain that this trial proved without a shadow of a doubt. Megan was in fact shot, and the gun was fired. Now, those are two things that we know for certain happened. Now, who fired the gun and who shot her? That's what is still a little iffy. And I was surprised that they actually came to a guilty verdict because I was thinking it was going to be a hung jury and like they were just going to have to retry the whole case. But because and Megan, again, I'm all for protecting black women, but we got to call a spade a spade. Megan did lie on national TV when she was asked, did you have relations with Tory? What did she say? Huh? Like sexually? Girl, you know what she was asking you. Yes,
Yeah,
sexually. And for her to flat out, no, we didn't. And then months roll around and we find out y'all did. Like, I don't see what was that you know, to
yeah.
lie
What was it?
about.
Oh, right.
No, you a grown woman. Like nobody was gonna be mad if you did, But and
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
kind of like
Good thing.
that that's so that was like what was that like? That was the first couple of days of the trial. So right then and there, in the eyes of the jury, I'm not saying me personally, but in the eyes of a jury, you kind of lost credibility your first day on the stand because we found out you lied to us.
Yeah, and a lot of people also don't understand is that it wasn't Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. It was California, I'm pretty sure, versus Tory Lanez or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what they were saying. Megan didn't even like. They were like, "Oh, Megan's trying to get Tory." Da da da. Da. Megan didn't even really press charges. When the DA found out what actually happened, they went after Tory themselves. Like, because remember, and people were using this against her as well, which I understand her justification of why she said, "Oh, I stepped on glass." And people were like, "Well, why'd you tell them you stepped on glass if you got shot?" Da 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 da. And she was saying how if you think back to 2020, again, this is the height of the George Floyd protest, or for what happened to George Floyd protest and whatnot. So, for her to be like, "Oh, there's basically a black man in the car with a gun," the police could have did anything. So I do
yeah,
understand her reasoning behind saying, "Oh, I stepped on glass," and then later saying, "Okay, I was shot." But I don't know. So here, how about this? I'm gonna tell what I think happened. Before I do that, I'm gonna let Norm speak on his perspective of the whole trial and the whole situation. So go ahead, bro.
first of all, I'm gonna just say, me personally, I don't think that this is over. For some reason, I just feel like other things are gonna come up, other things are gonna be said, and other things will be found out more because once again, we are just outsiders looking on, trying to look on the inside of a situation that we literally don't know anything about. Everybody want
Right.
to be detectives, everybody want to be investigators. We ain't that. So I'm really just trying to sit back and watch. I don't think Tory is gonna be in jail for a long time. I think something or some way he gonna get let out and the trial is gonna be longer. I don't know. Do
Well,
I
he can.
think that not her? Do they accused not accused him, but they found him guilty of shooting her? I think
Mhm,
yeah. I think we'll point that out.
mhm.
I think he shot her. I'm not gonna say no, but I am a little iffy. I don't know.
And
That's where
that's
I'm standing.
here's what I say. And again, this is unofficial. Just this is just speculation. This is just what I think happened from listening to the trial. What I think happened was, like we heard, Meg and Kelsey was fighting. I think that Kelsey might have went back to the car, popped the trunk, got the strap, maybe shot at Meg. I think Tory may
Yep.
have tried to get the gun away from Kelsey. And I think what happened is, however it happened, Meg's back was turned when she got shot. Maybe Tory tried to get the gun from Kelsey, and when Meg turned around, Kelsey had the gun. I mean, Tory had the gun. So, oh, you shot me.
Yeah. I don't know where the dance B part came from.
Right.
I
I
don't know. Uh, but do I think justice was served? No, I don't think it's well, like I said, I don't think it's over, y'all. Me personally, I do think Megan and Kelsey are still hiding something. I went back and I did a listen on Tory's album Daystar back from 2020 where he was talking about the whole
Mhm.
case. Uh Despite all of the drama or putting the drama aside, that album is like, oh my god, it's a classic, y'all. Like, and that man was not lying. When his back is against the wall and when the industry is against him, that man know how to work, bro. But I will
Mhm.
say though, it's really weird, and I think that this happens a lot. Bro, why would every time somebody get their masters back, some crazy mess just happened to them?
Hey, who
Why?
knows?
What? Why is that? Like, and he was really, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, that's kind of a fact, man. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You think back to Prince and, you know, all of these people that get their masters back, and then like all of these labels and stuff is just out for them, bro. Like, it's crazy,
Well,
man. Like, I remember, I think back when Uzi went independent, it was
mhm.
like they wasn't trying to let him come out with no music. They people were saying like free Uzi. It was just a whole bunch of stuff going on, man. That was just like literally so crazy to me. But I just think it's the same thing with this Tory situation. I think soon as he got his masters back, they hit him with that, and then he got accused of shooting her. But like I said, I think that there's so many pieces of this paper that still need to be unfolded that we are obviously just trying to find out and figure out. But as of right now, I mean, he in jail. He's a guilty man, I guess you can say. And as you can see, I put that in quotes because
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe. I really don't. I don't know.
I yeah, I don't. I think justice served. I think a verdict was served. I think a
Mhm.
verdict was given. Like I can't really, and I like you can ask Janaya and Norman. Like I was team Megan. Like oh Tory need to be in
Thanks.
there. But
Thanks.
after hearing the trial, listening to what happened, I don't.
Yeah, you don't know.
You know,
You don't,
I'm not saying I'm team Tory now. I'm not saying I'm still team Meg.
right. And
I'm really
I'm not even Team Tory anymore. So that should tell you something.
I'm
I
really
just
not
don't know what to believe.
I'm really not
I'm
team
Team
nobody.
right,
Right. I'm one
right.
in the car, so I'm really whatever I think really don't matter. Let's get
Yeah.
that out the way right now. But yeah, it's just it's a lot of moving parts to it. I mean, what can you say? A verdict was served. So clearly, in the court of law, he's been proven guilty. Unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna say that. In the court of law, he's been proven guilty, and in the court of public opinion, he has been. He was guilty long before an official verdict was served. People were already kind of, against him and whatnot. So, on the lighter note, though, this is all the short kings out there. If Tory could bad match down, you got his faith for you, King, because
Yeah.
oh boy, I'm only
Yeah.
5'5", and I
Yeah.
mean I got a situation brewing, so this don't really pertain to me right now in my current life, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying if you short and you feel like you can't talk to the girl because she taller than you, let this be a lesson.
And the crazy thing is that a lot of people don't really know this, man, but I've came across a lot of taller women in my life, and they really do be preferring like the shorter guys.
Taller, but here's the thing with that, because I've noticed that too, being a short guy myself. You have to make sure that you're not being fetishized and that they actually like you, because it may just be she or he, whatever your preference is. People, I know that may sound crazy, but people have fetishes for all type of things. So you want to make sure you're just like that. They actually like you for you, and not just because they have a fetish for short people or for tall people, whatever your situation may be, skinny, fat, whatever.
Right.
Um. So yeah, y'all. This was First of all, this is the first episode back in a minute. We actually were gonna record last week, but I ended up getting sick, so it's like we canceled that recording. And then we usually record on the weekends, but as we told y'all for the first half hour, this weekend was the weekend from hell. Well, I ain't gonna say that. It was Jesus' birthday, so it was a weekend from God with a little wrench in the plan. um,
Man.
but yeah, so I think that to wrap everything up, just be sensitive. Don't speak on situations that you don't have all the facts about, and that really relates to the Tory trial and the Blizzard. Now that I think about it, just wait, get all the information you can before you want to speak on something.
One more thing before we close this out.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I got two things. Shout out to the All Over Podcast family. Happy holidays, Merry
Happy
Christmas, and
holidays.
New Year.
Yep.
Happy New Year's. And Happy Hanukkah, whatever your culture is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Happy holidays to you.
Happy. You're right. That's why they say it. Yep. Yeah, everybody
Um,
is.
what did you get for Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Did you enjoy it? Because I mean, I got some nice stuff, bro.
So far, I actually got a hat from a black owned business that I've always admired. Black Monarchy. I'm gonna shout them out. Black Monarchy here in Buffalo, New York. So you make sure y'all peep they stuff. Black Monarchy. I'll say it again. I got a hat from there. I got money, which is always great. And I was told I have another gift coming, so which
Yeah,
I know what it is, but
that's what's up, bro. I got a couple of t-shirts from my big sister Navia.
Mhm,
Unexpected, right? Uh, I got some stuff from her. I got some stuff from my mother. I got a new coat, fire.
mhm.
I got a Michael Kors sweater, really, really nice, really.
Oh, we got money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I also received like this bathing kit. It's really nice. So yeah, shout out to my family. Obviously, y'all, we haven't made our way around Buffalo as of yet because of the snow. So I still got more gifts to
Yeah,
come.
they gonna
Obviously,
lock
my
us up if
girl.
we go somewhere.
Yeah, man. So, we got a lot of stuff coming up, man. But happy holidays to you guys, man. Seriously, happy holidays to y'all.
Happy
Stay
holidays.
safe.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
2023 is coming up. So, like I said, it's a lot of like we've been telling y'all, it's a lot of things that we got planned for 2023. And also, y'all, it's just been these past couple of months have just been really tough.
It's
So
been real busy.
I
Yeah,
want to
since we
apologize to y'all because we do usually stay consistent, man. But these couple of months been tearing us up, bro. So
yeah,
we gonna try to get back on it for sure.
yeah. So yeah, definitely 2023. That's gonna be our. We gonna get back on. We're not trying to. We are. Y'all gonna hold us accountable. We are going to get back on track. Even if that means changing the day, it might not be every Monday. It might be every Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Even if we have to change the day, we gonna get back to giving y'all weekly episodes.
And this might actually, now that I sit back and think about it, this might be the last episode of 2022.
It is because it's Sunday is 2023.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
amazing year. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all
Yeah.
for
Our year
thank.
end in podcasting. It hasn't like not a year since we've been podcasting, but like our year end is here. So
Mm.
yep, we want to thank y'all for just sticking around, putting up with our nonsense, the tears, the laughs. Thank you to all the guests. Actually, shout out to we always shout them out. This is like basically our sister podcast at this point. I always say that. But shout out to Chronicles of a Virgo. Because I had actually spoken to her earlier and I was saying, oh, I'm having cabin fever, da 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 da. She was like, you should record something. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna text Norm right now and see what he's doing. So shout out to Chronicles of a Virgo for inspiring this last episode. Make sure
Yeah.
y'all check her out. I think I'm supposed to be doing something with her. I don't know. But yeah, Chronicles of a Virgo, all over podcast. Who else? Kicking It With Your Girls podcast, sarcasm and orgasms. What was said? It's a
Man,
hard knock life.
shout
What?
out to all of y'all, bro.
Right. We did a lot of collaborations this year. So Gina Payne. Let's see what else. I don't know. We got some more guest appearances coming up in 2023. Me and Norm.
Mm.
I'm debating on whether or not this is some. Well, I'm gonna let y'all get like a first scoop. I ain't gonna say too much about it, but I'm thinking about starting up my own podcast network. One of my biggest inspirations, and not just not music because I don't rap, but just in business is Jay-Z. And like, if you really know Jay-Z's story, you know that Jay-Z he went to Atlantic, Capitol, he went all over for a record deal. When he didn't get a record deal, what did he do? He started Rockefeller, started his own record label. So, we've been podcasting for a minute. And I'm not saying like, oh, we trying to get out here and whatever. But instead of waiting for an opportunity to come our way, why not just make opportunity for ourselves? So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, let me know. You could be a part of our network. Not sure. Like I said, it's just a thought right now. It's in the beginning stages. So let me know. And yeah, that may be something. Look out for 2023. Anything you want to say, Norm, before we get out of here?
Only thing that I really should say is I just want to take the time to thank God because, man, like I said, out of all of these times, man, y'all probably wouldn't even be able to hear from me. I could have been somewhere dead and gone, but God blesses me every single morning to wake up again and keep me out of danger and to record these episodes for y'all and provide for y'all. And y'all provide back by taking the time to listen to the things that me and Zion have to say. So I really just want to say that, it's been a heck of a year to, just be sitting back and chilling with y'all, man. And the All Over Podcast family truly loves and appreciate you guys. And we just want to say thank you for everything.
Yes, we do. So, with that being said, we are going to see y'all in 2023.
Hopefully,
right,
this is a good year and not a roller coaster like these past.
it's gonna be a good year. I want y'all to speak it into existence right now. This is gonna be, even though we say it every year and every 2020 since we've been saying it, been kind of whack. 2023 is going to be different. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace out, family.